Today, on Be Something Wonderful, how you manifest what you want and the desiring of it. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, good morning and welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Big video for you this morning, and the question came up around desires and desiring. Now, we've talked about desiring and desires and wanting and to want something in many videos. But today I want to talk about it from a different perspective. One of the subscribers and a big contributor to the channel, really powerful creator, sent me an email with a Thomas Troward quote from his lectures and asked me, Tom, I've never seen you talk about Thomas Troward, though I know you know of him. And of course I have talked about him. There are several videos on his teachings. And even the quote that she sent me, I talk about that, right? That's really a lot of what we talk about. It's based on the idea that you're the center of the divine mind, that you're the center of all that is. But I loved it because she had big insights in that email. And I wanna tie that into this client's question about desiring and desire, and questions about, do I need to have faith? What if I don't have faith in my end? What if I don't have faith in what I desire is already mine? We're going to talk about all of these ideas today and more. I want to go at desiring from a different direction today, especially based on the email that this creator and subscriber sent me, because I thought it was powerful and her insights were really powerful. Remember, desiring means it's done. Desiring it means it's yours. Desiring is evidence of that identity and reality that's already within you. We start looking at desiring from a perspective of lack and non-fulfillment. But desiring, true desire, is part of that divine urge to know yourself as fulfillment, to expand as source, as the creator of your reality. It's really about expansion, not contraction, not lack. But we're going to get into that today. And there are no conditions. When you desire it, it's yours. God puts no conditions on what you want. We create those conditions. We create those obstacles. You need only claim it, assume it as source, as one with that source. In other words, the idea, the question of faith came up. Well, faith is preparation. I've talked about that idea, right? Faith to that unseen reality. It's preparation to accept it and receive it as your reality or as your experience. That's really what faith is. It's preparation to receive and accept it, to assume it and know that it's yours, right? All techniques and processes are to become more aware of that identity and reality that's already yours. That's what all techniques and processes are about. To put your awareness on that already manifested reality within you, that it's already yours. That's what it means to persist and live in the end, right? To prepare yourself for the unfoldment in your 3D physical experience, right? Knowing it's already yours. We're going to talk about a lot of these ideas. The law, or the Lord of the Old Testament of being, is the one law, the absolute life itself, the great I am, or the isness of reality. One great consciousness or awareness or self-aware intelligence with the divine urge, in other words, with the desire to know itself as that one great divine mind. That's where desire comes from. This is pointing to the Thomas Troward quote that subscriber said. We're going to talk about that. But that's where all desire. Now, I've talked about that in many different ways, so stay with me here. Consciousness or awareness must be conscious or aware of something to be and exist. Do you see it? The whole nature of consciousness is to be conscious of something. The whole nature of awareness is to be aware of something. Otherwise, it wouldn't be awareness, or it wouldn't be consciousness. That's what gives it life. That's how it exists. It exists to know itself as consciousness, to be aware of itself as consciousness. That's the Son of God. That's the first great manifestation, the first great creation of God is the Son of God, to be aware of yourself as awareness. since it is all that is. It can only be aware or conscious of itself, the desire to know itself. It's all that is. So it's really a desire to know itself. It's self-contemplation. And it's you as a divine center of that divine mind, as a center to know yourself as one with that source. That's what desire is. It's that urge. We're going to go a little further with this today. It's not a desire or urge rooted in lack and separation, but rather in expansion and fulfillment. Do you see it? It's to have a more full or a fuller experience as source, right? It's the nature or name, I am, of the divine mind of God. To know itself as the one source or creator of life, or as that one life. That's what desire is. Through you in your mind as a center of that one divine mind, right? That's why Jesus said, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. What's the Father? The one divine mind. Except through what? That divine center of consciousness, you, as a conscious center of that divine mind. That's the nature or name of the divine mind, to know itself as the one source or creator. It's not an urge out of lack or separation. It's an urge to expand and know itself as fulfillment. That's what we're talking about today. There's your divine mind. There's all that is, right? The great I am, the Father. And then your mind as an individualized center. Always this great I am is always expanding into a fuller expression of itself. That's fulfillment. So yes, creation's finished. Infinity's infinity. But it wouldn't be infinity. It wouldn't be God unless it's always expanding, unless there are no borders, unless there's no beginning and no end, right? There's no beginning to no end, the beginning and the end, the first and last, the Alpha and Omega. There's no beginning and no end, right? It's everything. It's always expanding. That's its nature or name as consciousness, to become more and more aware and conscious of itself, right? My mind, this is the Thomas Troward quote that I wanted to talk about today. My mind is a divine center of operation. A divine center of operation of the divine mind, right? The divine operation is always for expansion and fuller expression. And this means the production of something beyond what has gone before. Something entirely new, not included in past experience, though proceeding out of it by orderly sequence of growth. Thomas Troward, describing you as a divine center, right? It's not based on what has happened or is even happening. It's based on you expanding and knowing yourself as source. There's that constant urge or desire to know yourself as all that is. That's what desire is. So desire is the divine operation or activity of the one divine mind, right? When you desire a thing, to be or experience someone or something different, right? It's not about the thing, but the natural urge for expansion and fuller expression of yourself as awareness and consciousness. Wow. Do you see what happens? We make it about the thing, about the specific person, about the pile of money, about the house, about the new job, about the promotion, right? Or whatever it is we desire. It's not about the thing. That divine urge is to know yourself. It's a natural urge to expand, to express yourself more fully as that one consciousness, as that one awareness. To know yourself as that absolute fulfillment from infinite viewpoints, infinite vantage points, and infinite perspectives. There are infinite ways, right? And as you see yourself from a different vantage point, now it expands and creates even more infinite ways to see yourself. It's never ending, right? And that's how infinity, God, the divine mind, expands and becomes more. It's a never ending process of becoming more. Because as you become more, there's more to know. There's not, but all the knowing exists at the same time. That's the paradox. It's all finished, but it's expanding at the same time. Everything that is. But that is always expanding and always knowing itself in new ways. That's the paradoxical nature of all that is. That's the paradoxical nature of you as a divine center of all that is, right? So, to desire to be or have something is to be and have it. It's law, because you can only contemplate what's already within you. You can only desire what's already yours. You can only have what's already, desire to have what's already yours. You can only desire to be who you already are. It's already within you. That's why I said yesterday, stop trying to fix some specific self-concept that you're believing in. Instead, move to the choice of the self that you desire to be. That's the point I was trying to make yesterday. To doubt it or doubt yourself is to doubt God. Because there is no difference. That I am. You're the divine center. Troward continues with this particular quote. Therefore, since the divine mind cannot change its inherent nature, it must operate in the same manner in me. Consequently, in my own separate world of which I am the center, it will move forward to produce new conditions, always in advance of anything that has gone before. So in your own world, the world that you create, remember there's no separation from the divine mind. And where God is at all, the all of God is. So it's all working within you. It must work in the same way. It's the nature of I am. And you are an individualized aspect of the great I am. But you're not separate from that I am, and you're not less than it. You're one with it. But remember, the Father is greater than I am, means it's greater than whatever I can be aware of or consciously focus on at any one moment in this 3D physical experience. But I can focus on anything and everything. I am all-knowing. I am all-power. It's all available to me. This is powerful. So to desire is to express yourself more fully as source and creator of your reality and life experience. Not for the lack of it, but for the love of it. Big difference. Now we're no longer desiring from that thing, oh, it's not mine, it's not here, I don't have it. It's for the love of it, for the love of being source, for the love of knowing it's already within you. Because that's what love does. That's what love of the divine mind does. That's what the nature of love is to do, is to expand and express itself. That's what love does. It just expands and expresses. It just loves. And what's a greater expression of love than more life, more creation, more expansion, more knowing yourself more as that I am awareness? That's powerful. Fear and doubt is a contraction of love. Right? It goes against your very nature as I am awareness. That's why it doesn't feel good. Right? It's a contraction of that love. Right? That's why Neville Goddard says, to desire a state is to have it. Desiring means it's done. Right? That's clear. Your desire and assumption of it is the creative act. Yeah. Your desire and assumption of it is the creative act. It's expressed through you as you. That's why Jesus said, the Father who dwells in me does the works. Does the works. Because when you desire it and assume it, it's done. But there's nothing for you to do other than allow the Father, that greater creative medium within you, to allow it to be expressed through you and as you. That's what it means to have faith. Faith isn't a requirement to get what you want. God doesn't require your faith. You do. Right? It's yours anyway. God gave you the kingdom. Right? Faith is, and what we mean by faith is preparation. Preparation to accept it. Preparation to receive it. Right? To know that it's already yours, to claim it. Right? Imagining the outcome, affirming it's done, persisting and living in the end is just you preparing to receive what's already yours and express who you already are. It's already yours. The imagining, the persisting, the affirming, the assuming Having faith, living in the end, is this for you to prepare to receive what's already yours. It's preparation to receive that reality from within, right? And express it and experience it without, right? And as a 3D experience, in that horizontal linear experience. Like Jesus says in John 14:2, in my Father's house are many mansions, dwelling places. I go to prepare a place for you. Faith is preparation. Imagining and assuming it's done. Living in the end is preparation as that divine center. It's all yours, right? You are one with it. But as a divine center, as an individualized point of consciousness, having a physical 3D world experience, you persist in it, you assume it, you claim it to experience. It's already yours. It doesn't require that God doesn't require that to give it to you. He already gave it to you. Kingdom's already yours. But for you to see it, for you to prepare to accept it and receive it from within, that's why you assume it. That's why you imagine it. That's why you persist in the end. That's powerful. That's the true meaning of faith, right? The question came up yesterday on faith. And I've done a lot on faith. Based on the Neville Goddard's teachings, based on other spiritual teachers. I've talked about faith in many different ways. But today I just want to say faith that I've said in other videos when I talked about 2 Kings 4, and I talked about the 3 kings that are dying of thirst in the desert. Right? We'll talk about that. But that's the true meaning of faith. It's preparation to accept and receive what's already yours. It's the conviction to declare that I am that I am. That's having faith. That's the absolute faith of a mustard seed. I am that I am no matter what. I'm a mustard seed and I will grow into a mustard plant no matter what. Right? Faith is not required to create it or to earn it. It's yours by your divine right of consciousness. Right? But you've got to claim it, assume it, be it, go to the end and stay there. In other words, I've used this example before in 2 Kings 3. It was not 2 Kings 4, 2 Kings 3, where the 3 kings are bringing their armies through the desert and they're dying of thirst. In other words, of spiritual substance, of faith, of that knowing, right? That's what that represents, right? And they pray and God answers, or Elijah, through the prophet Elijah, right? And the message from God was, thus says the Lord, or the law. Remember, the Lord is the law in the Old Testament. Make this valley full of ditches. The 3 kings and their armies dying of thirst. And the message is, dig ditches. There's no rain in sight. There's no water anywhere. But what does the law or the Lord or God say? Dig ditches. Dig the ditch, right? Pick up the shovel and dig the ditch. In other words, prepare to receive it. You don't have to, remember, you're not digging the ditch because you have to earn it, to get it. It's already yours. But to receive it, to accept it within, to stand in that reality, you've got to assume it. You've got to claim it. You've got to stay in the end and stay there and say, I am that I am. In other words, you've got to dig the ditch. That's absolute faith, right? Faith is preparation. Dig that ditch. And then God goes on to say, you shall not see wind, nor shall you see rain, yet the valley will be filled with water. So stop looking out there, that you're not going to get any signs out there. It's not out there. It's within you. There's nothing to see. The water's already there. It's already yours. You just claim it. That's what true faith is, right? Preparation to receive everything that you desire as the center of divine operation, as Troward would say. Stop looking out there or waiting for better thoughts and feelings to come, to believe you've got to earn it. I got to feel better and think better thoughts, or I'm not going to get what I want. The conditions, I have to see movement out there, or I'm not going to get what I want. It's there already. Dig the ditch. Remember, in my Father's house are many mansions. I go and prepare a place for you. Prepare your place. Dig the trench, dig the ditch. Right? That's faith. Right? In other words, assume it. Imagine it. Declare it. I am that I am. Affirm it and stay there. And then you won't see wind or rain, but yet the valley shall be full of water because it's already yours. It's not a requirement to get it or create it or for God to give it to you. He already gave it to you. But if you want to see it, if you want to accept it within, go there and stay there in the end. Go to the end and stay there. That's powerful. To desire and be fulfilled is natural, right? It's your nature to desire, to expand, and to express yourself as fulfillment. It's yours already, like the kings, like in the three kings in the desert. The rain or the water is coming no matter what. The water's already there. It's already coming. All processes and techniques in faith is preparation for you to receive it, perceive it, and experience it as that center, individualized center of the divine operation of the one divine mind. It's already yours. God's already working through you. God already gave you the kingdom. I am that I am. Dig the ditch. That's how you manifest what you want in the desiring of it. When you desire it, it is yours. It's already there, right? You just need only claim it. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, The Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful, for joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, TikTok at Be Something Wonderful, and for being part of our membership channel. We just announced our 5th live stream to be broadcast this month on May 26, 2024, Sunday morning at 9 a.m. in the morning. I'm going to come to you live right here from the studios of Be Something Wonderful, and we're going to be talking about the topics and questions that you've been sending to us at info@besomethingwonderful.com. Be sure to keep sending them. Again, I'm going to answer questions like I did on the last live stream, live, right on the chat. Creators, with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude. This is Tom Kearin here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Until next time, we'll see you soon.